In a world overflowing with distractions and pressures, Stoic philosophy reminds us that true tranquility and strength come from within. By focusing on self control and emotional resilience, we can navigate life's challenges with grace. Stoicism teaches us that cultivating self discipline and finding self worth independent of external validation can lead to profound personal growth. Join us as we explore how embracing these Stoic principles can empower you on your journey towards self mastery and fulfillment. If you find value in this exploration, we invite you to support our community by subscribing to our channel. Together, let's uncover the inner wisdom that helps us thrive in an unpredictable world. 1. Understanding control, the dichotomy of control. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is a profound insight into control, a concept often referred to as the dichotomy of control. This principle teaches that life can be divided into two distinct realms, what we can control and what we cannot. The ability to understand and accept this distinction is central to achieving a tranquil mind and emotional resilience. What we can control versus what we cannot. According to Stoics, the only things we truly have control over are our own thoughts, choices, and reactions. These are elements that belong entirely to our internal world and are subject to our own influence. Our values, beliefs, intentions, and responses to situations lie within this sphere of control. By focusing on these aspects, we take responsibility for the quality of our inner life, creating a foundation of stability that cannot be shaken by external forces. On the other hand, everything outside of ourselves, such as the behavior and opinions of others, the outcomes of events, and even our physical health to a degree, falls outside of our direct control. While we can influence some of these aspects, we cannot fully determine them. This includes the uncontrollable nature of external circumstances, such as social situations, political events, natural disasters, or the inevitable passage of time. Stoicism teaches that investing too much emotional energy into these external areas invites unnecessary frustration, stress, and disappointment, as they will always remain unpredictable. Reducing anxiety through acceptance. The dichotomy of control is a powerful tool for reducing anxiety and fostering inner peace. By accepting what we cannot control, we free ourselves from the stress of trying to change or predict the unpredictable. This mindset helps us avoid wasted energy on factors that lie beyond our influence, allowing us to direct our mental and emotional resources toward what we can genuinely affect, our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. For example, if someone speaks negatively about us, Stoicism encourages us to focus not on their opinion, something we cannot control, but on our own response. Instead of feeling hurt or retaliating, we can choose to reflect on our values and decide how best to act with integrity. In doing so, we gain peace by recognizing that their view does not define us, nor does it warrant an emotional investment on our part, empowering focus and inner strength. Understanding and accepting this distinction empowers us to live more intentionally. We can focus on cultivating virtues like patience, wisdom, and kindness, which we can control, rather than seeking approval or validation from others. This shift in focus not only strengthens our mental clarity, but also enhances our resilience to external difficulties. We begin to see ourselves as the masters of our own inner life, unaffected by the ups and downs of what happens around us. In moments of crisis or uncertainty, the Stoic practice of acknowledging the dichotomy of control serves as a reminder to remain grounded. When facing challenges, we can remind ourselves, what can I control in this situation? And redirect our attention accordingly. This small but powerful habit fosters an enduring sense of calm, even in times of chaos, by keeping our energy centered on what truly matters. In sum, the Stoic approach to control helps us navigate life with greater wisdom and emotional balance. By focusing on what we can influence, our own choices, mindset, and responses, we gain peace in knowing that we are managing the parts of life that are truly ours to direct. This sense of control over our inner world becomes a refuge, grounding us in self-mastery, regardless of the external circumstances. 2. Cultivating self-discipline and response stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-discipline as the foundation for a calm and resilient mind. In Stoic thought, self-discipline is not just about control, but about conscious choice and reflection. It means deliberately choosing how we respond to situations, rather than reacting impulsively based on emotions. By strengthening our ability to pause, reflect, and respond intentionally, we cultivate an inner strength that empowers us to face challenges with composure. Responding versus reacting. The Stoics believe that in any given situation, we have the power to choose our response. Reacting is an instinctual, often emotion-driven action that can lead to regret or escalation of negative feelings. For example, when someone criticizes us, our initial reaction might be anger or defensiveness. However, by cultivating self-discipline, we can pause, reflect, and decide on a response that aligns with our values and goals, rather than letting our emotions dictate our actions. This distinction between reacting and responding is critical. When we practice responding thoughtfully, we exercise control over our behavior, making choices that serve our higher purpose. Stoicism teaches us that even in moments of anger, disappointment, or fear, we can maintain a calm, centered response by focusing on what aligns with our principles and long-term well-being. Training the mind, the power of reflection. Stoics view self-discipline as a skill that requires practice and intentional effort. By reflecting daily on our actions, we develop a habit of self-awareness that strengthens our ability to respond with intention. For example, Stoics often practiced premeditatio malorum, a technique of envisioning potential challenges and preparing mentally for how to respond. By imagining situations that might trigger negative emotions, we build mental resilience and train ourselves to react calmly when they occur. This mental training enables us to handle unexpected events without becoming overwhelmed. In this way, self-discipline is not a restriction, but a path to mental clarity and freedom from impulsive, harmful reactions. By regularly reflecting on our actions and responses, we gain insight into our triggers and develop strategies to handle them effectively. Building resilience through small acts of discipline. Stoicism suggests that self-discipline can be strengthened through small, consistent acts. Even in daily routines, making choices that require restraint, such as not checking our phone immediately upon waking or taking time to listen before speaking, helps us develop control over our impulses. These seemingly minor decisions reinforce our capacity to manage ourselves in more challenging situations. For instance, if we practice patience in minor frustrations, such as waiting in line or dealing with a delay, we build the mental resilience needed to remain composed in more significant conflicts or setbacks. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius remind us that discipline is like a muscle that grows stronger through repetition. Each small act of self-control builds a reservoir of inner strength that can be drawn upon in times of stress. Embracing deliberate action and inner calm. With self-discipline, we become more capable of acting deliberately and from a place of inner calm. Instead of rushing to judgment or reacting out of anger, we allow ourselves time to think and choose an appropriate response. This deliberateness not only strengthens our relationships, but also enhances our overall well-being by reducing stress and regret. When we practice self-discipline, we create a space between stimulus and response, where we can make choices aligned with our true intentions. By committing to this practice, we experience a greater sense of control over our lives, as our responses are driven by our core values rather than fleeting emotions. Stoicism teaches that in cultivating self-discipline, we achieve not only personal growth, but also a profound sense of inner peace. In summary, self-discipline is at the heart of Stoic wisdom, enabling us to respond to life's challenges with purpose and restraint. By training our minds to pause and choose, we develop a reliable foundation of resilience that shields us from impulsive actions and emotional turmoil. Through this inner strength, we become capable of facing any situation with clarity, dignity, and true composure. 3. Self-worth beyond external validation. A core principle of Stoic philosophy is the understanding that true self-worth comes from within, independent of others' opinions, praise, or criticism. Stoicism teaches that we should not rely on external validation, such as approval, admiration, or status, for a sense of self-worth, as these sources are inherently unstable and outside of our control. Instead, Stoics encourage us to base our self-esteem on our internal values, integrity, and character. This perspective offers a profound sense of freedom, as it allows us to navigate life with confidence and independence from the shifting judgments of others. detaching from the opinions of others. According to Stoic philosophy, placing too much importance on external validation makes us vulnerable to the whims of others. People's opinions are subjective, often influenced by their own biases, moods, and misunderstandings. If we let others' judgments determine our worth, we are effectively handing over control of our happiness to forces beyond our reach. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." This quote highlights the Stoic belief that our worth should not be at the mercy of others' perceptions. By recognizing that the opinions of others are outside our control, we can detach from them and instead focus on living according to our own principles. This detachment does not imply indifference or a lack of empathy. Rather, it means that we value our own inner judgment and moral compass over the external validation of others. Defining self-worth by inner values. Stoicism encourages us to define our self-worth through virtues, qualities like honesty, courage, patience, and kindness. By developing and embodying these virtues, we create a sense of self that is steady and resilient, regardless of external circumstances. This inner foundation becomes a reliable source of self-respect that does not depend on recognition from others. For example, rather than seeking approval for our achievements, a Stoic mindset encourages us to reflect on the effort, dedication, and honesty we put into our work. This shift in focus from outcome to process allows us to experience a sense of fulfillment derived from our own standards rather than external rewards. This internal validation strengthens our character as we learn to take pride in living according to our values, even if others do not acknowledge or appreciate them. Overcoming social pressure and comparison. In a world where comparison and social pressure are prevalent, Stoicism provides a powerful antidote. The desire for status, wealth, or popularity can easily lead us to measure our worth by material success or public recognition. Stoicism, however, teaches that these pursuits are superficial and do not contribute to lasting fulfillment. By focusing on our intrinsic qualities and personal growth, we break free from the cycle of comparison and envy, finding contentment in who we are rather than in what we possess. Stoic philosopher Epictetus suggested that we should focus on becoming the best version of ourselves rather than competing with others. He argued that our worth lies in how we respond to challenges, treat others, and grow as individuals, not in how we rank or compare with those around us. This mindset fosters a deeper sense of self-acceptance and reduces the need to compete for external validation, as we come to see that true worth is rooted in self-mastery and moral integrity. Building inner confidence and resilience. By cultivating a sense of self-worth that is independent of external validation, we become more resilient to criticism, failure, and rejection. When we encounter setbacks or negative opinions, they do not destabilize us because our confidence comes from within. We are not diminished by others' disapproval, nor are we overly inflated by their praise. This inner confidence gives us the courage to pursue our goals and face challenges with authenticity and conviction. This approach also allows us to build healthier relationships, as we no longer rely on others for our sense of worth. When we feel secure within ourselves, we are able to engage with others from a place of generosity and sincerity, rather than from a need for approval or affirmation. Stoicism teaches that relationships are enhanced when we bring our whole, authentic selves to them without expecting validation in return. Embracing self-acceptance and self-respect. Stoic philosophy ultimately guides us toward a deep sense of self-acceptance. By focusing on inner values and aligning our actions with these principles, we cultivate self-respect that does not waver with outside opinions. This respect for ourselves, grounded in our own standards, allows us to feel content and whole, independent of the praise or criticism of others. In conclusion, Stoicism's approach to self-worth encourages us to look within rather than seeking validation from external sources. By valuing ourselves based on our virtues, we foster a stable and enduring sense of worth. This inner foundation strengthens our resilience to external influences, empowers us to live authentically, and allows us to approach life with a quiet confidence rooted in self-acceptance. Through this practice, we achieve a profound freedom from the need for external validation. enabling us to live in alignment with our true selves. 4. Embracing challenges as opportunities. Stoic philosophy teaches that life's challenges are not obstacles to avoid, but opportunities to grow. This mindset is rooted in the idea that every difficulty presents a chance to cultivate inner virtues like patience, resilience, and courage. Instead of viewing adversity as a setback, the Stoic approach encourages us to see it as an essential part of our personal development. This perspective transforms hardships from sources of frustration into invaluable lessons, empowering us to face life's complexities with strength and wisdom. Viewing challenges as a training ground for virtues. In Stoicism, challenges are seen as exercises in self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, famously stated, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote reflects the Stoic belief that the difficulties we encounter are precisely what shape our character. By confronting obstacles directly, we develop virtues that strengthen our resilience and self-mastery. For example, when faced with a frustrating situation, rather than succumbing to anger or impatience, a Stoic would aim to cultivate patience and self-control. Each challenge then becomes a training ground for virtues, allowing us to practice the qualities we aspire to embody. Over time, this practice builds mental and emotional strength, enabling us to handle future difficulties with greater ease and poise. Accepting what we cannot change. Central to the Stoic mindset is the understanding that some aspects of life are beyond our control. When challenges arise that we cannot change, such as illness, loss, or unforeseen events, Stoicism encourages us to practice acceptance. Rather than resisting or becoming overwhelmed by these situations, we learn to adapt, focusing on how we respond rather than on the circumstances themselves. This approach does not mean passivity. Rather, it is an active acceptance that enables us to move forward constructively. By accepting what we cannot change, we conserve our energy for what we can influence, like our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. This mental shift fosters inner peace and allows us to approach adversity with a calm and balanced mindset. Learning through adversity. The Stoics believed that every hardship contains a lesson and that we grow most during times of adversity. Challenges often reveal our strengths and weaknesses, providing insight into areas where we can improve. Stoicism teaches us to view setbacks as opportunities to learn about ourselves, question our assumptions, and refine our responses. This growth mindset turns even the most difficult experiences into sources of wisdom and personal evolution. For example, a Stoic who encounters failure might reflect on what went wrong and use the experience to gain a deeper understanding of their abilities and limitations. This process of reflection helps them learn from the situation rather than being discouraged by it. By embracing failure as a teacher, we develop humility and resilience, recognizing that each setback brings us closer to becoming the person we aspire to be. Building resilience through adversity. One of the greatest benefits of embracing challenges as opportunities is the development of resilience. When we repeatedly face and overcome obstacles, we build mental and emotional strength that prepares us for future difficulties. This resilience becomes a core part of who we are, helping us to approach life with courage and determination. The Stoic belief is that each challenge is a test of our inner resources, encouraging us to find solutions, adapt, and grow stronger. Resilience is not simply enduring hardship. It is the ability to bounce back, learn, and emerge from adversity with a deeper sense of purpose. The Stoic mindset teaches us that by reframing challenges as opportunities, we become more capable of handling life's inevitable ups and downs with grace. This resilience allows us to remain steadfast in our pursuit of a meaningful life, regardless of the obstacles we encounter. Finding meaning in suffering. The Stoics did not shy away from the reality of suffering, but they believed that even in the darkest moments, there is an opportunity to find meaning. By viewing suffering as part of the human experience, we develop compassion for ourselves and others, understanding that adversity is a shared experience that unites us all. This perspective enables us to find purpose in our struggles, using them as catalysts for personal growth and deeper empathy. For example, when we experience loss or heartbreak, we can choose to see the experience as a source of insight into the nature of life and human connections. This sense of purpose transforms suffering into a pathway to wisdom, teaching us valuable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. Conclusion: transforming obstacles into opportunities. In summary, the Stoic approach to challenges redefines adversity as a powerful tool for self-improvement. By viewing obstacles as opportunities to cultivate virtues, we can embrace life's difficulties with a spirit of resilience and gratitude. This mindset not only helps us to grow stronger and wiser, but also allows us to live with a sense of purpose, knowing that every challenge we face is an opportunity to become our best selves. Through this practice, Stoicism shows us that we have the power to turn life's obstacles into stepping stones on the path to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. 5. Living in the present moment. A key component of Stoic philosophy is the focus on living fully in the present moment. Stoics believe that by anchoring ourselves in the here and now, we can experience greater clarity, peace, and appreciation for life. This concept, often referred to as presence, teaches us to let go of past regrets and future anxieties, channeling our attention to the present where we have the most control. In a world where distractions and constant pressures pull us in every direction, the practice of living in the present is a powerful means of achieving calm, purpose, and resilience. Letting go of past regrets. Stoicism teaches that the past is unchangeable. Once something has happened, we have no power to alter it. Rather than dwelling on regrets or what we could have done differently, Stoics encourage us to accept the past for what it is, learning from it without letting it dominate our thoughts. By releasing the grip of past mistakes or disappointments, we can free ourselves from negative feelings that may cloud our minds and inhibit our growth. This doesn't mean we ignore the past entirely. Instead, we can view it as a source of valuable insights while recognizing that it does not define our present or future. For example, if we made an error in judgment, we can reflect on the lesson learned and resolve to make better choices going forward. This practice of acknowledging and moving on enables us to focus on who we are today, unburdened by what has already transpired. Freeing ourselves from future anxiety. Stoics believe that anxiety about the future stems from focusing on things outside of our control. By constantly worrying about what may happen, we allow our minds to drift into hypothetical scenarios that often lead to unnecessary stress. The Stoic approach is to prepare ourselves for the future by focusing on our present actions, as they are the only elements we can truly influence. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." By trusting in our ability to handle future challenges with the virtues we cultivate now, we alleviate the anxiety of uncertainty. Living in the present allows us to build a foundation of inner strength that will carry us through whatever lies ahead, without fixating on hypothetical outcomes that we cannot control. Mindfulness and attention to the present. For Stoics, paying attention to the present is a way to fully experience and appreciate life. The ordinary moments, often overlooked, become opportunities for gratitude and mindfulness. Whether it's sharing a meal, enjoying a conversation, or observing nature, Stoicism teaches us to engage fully with the experience at hand. This focus on the present moment brings us closer to a sense of contentment and enriches our lives by helping us notice beauty in simple things. By practicing mindfulness, we reduce the mental clutter that comes from constantly jumping between thoughts of the past and worries about the future. This clarity fosters a deeper awareness of ourselves and our surroundings, enhancing our ability to make conscious choices. When we are truly present, we are more connected to our values, allowing us to live with greater intention and purpose. Choosing purposeful actions. Living in the present moment also allows us to make purposeful choices. Rather than acting out of habit or reacting impulsively, we gain the space to think clearly and respond intentionally. This mindfulness in our actions aligns with the Stoic principle of living in accordance with our values. Each present moment is an opportunity to embody virtues like patience, kindness, and courage in small yet meaningful ways. For example, in a moment of frustration, we can choose to respond with calm and understanding rather than anger. By focusing on how we act in the present, we build a life characterized by purpose and integrity. This conscious approach transforms even the most mundane actions into expressions of our character, helping us live in harmony with the person we strive to be. Embracing the fragility of life. Stoic philosophy also encourages us to acknowledge the impermanence of life, a practice known as memento mori, remembering that life is finite. This recognition serves as a reminder to cherish each moment, as every day, hour, and second is unique and unrepeatable. By accepting the fleeting nature of existence, we gain a deeper appreciation for the present, understanding that life's value lies in the moments we often take for granted. This awareness also motivates us to let go of trivial worries and focus on what truly matters. By valuing each day as an opportunity for growth, connection, and gratitude, we are less likely to squander time on concerns that do not contribute to our well-being or personal development. Embracing life's fragility encourages us to live with urgency and intention, fully embracing the present without being burdened by the past or future. Conclusion: finding peace in the present. In summary, Stoicism's emphasis on living in the present moment guides us toward a life of clarity, purpose, and inner peace. By letting go of past regrets and future anxieties, practicing mindfulness, choosing purposeful actions, and cherishing life's impermanence, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and distraction. This commitment to the present empowers us to live with intention, gratitude, and resilience, creating a life rooted in the appreciation of each moment as it unfolds. Through this practice, Stoicism reveals that the key to a fulfilling life lies not in what has been or what will be, but in the beauty of the present moment. In a world often characterized by chaos, uncertainty, and external pressures, Stoicism offers a profound framework for cultivating inner strength and resilience. By understanding the dichotomy of control, we learn to focus our energy on what lies within our influence, freeing ourselves from the anxiety of trying to control the uncontrollable. This awareness empowers us to take responsibility for our thoughts, choices, and responses, fostering a sense of peace amid external turmoil. Cultivating self-discipline is essential for navigating life with purpose and integrity. By training ourselves to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, we align our actions with our core values, reinforcing our character and enhancing our emotional stability. This practice of self-discipline transforms challenges into opportunities for growth, enabling us to emerge stronger and wiser from adversity. Moreover, recognizing that our self-worth must come from within protects us from the volatility of external validation. By grounding our self-esteem in our virtues and actions, we create a resilient identity that remains steadfast, regardless of others' opinions. This self-awareness fosters authenticity, allowing us to live in alignment with our true selves. Embracing challenges as opportunities and practicing presence helps us cultivate a mindset of growth and appreciation. Each obstacle becomes a stepping stone for personal development, while living in the present moment enriches our experiences and deepens our gratitude for life. Ultimately, the Stoic path is one of empowerment, encouraging us to become the masters of our inner worlds. By internalizing these principles, we navigate life with greater wisdom, emotional balance, and a sense of purpose. In doing so, we transform our experiences into sources of strength and fulfillment, embracing each day as an opportunity to grow and live with intention. As we adopt these Stoic practices, we find not only resilience in the face of adversity, but also a profound sense of peace that resides within us, guiding our journey through life. If you found value in exploring Stoic philosophy and its practical applications for personal growth, we invite you to join our community by subscribing to our channel. By hitting the subscribe button, you'll stay updated with our latest insights, discussions, and resources designed to help you cultivate inner strength, resilience, and a deeper understanding of life. Your subscription not only encourages us to continue creating valuable content, but also connects you with like-minded individuals on a journey towards self-discovery and personal development. Together, we can foster a space for learning, sharing, and supporting one another as we navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and grace. Don't miss out on the opportunity to deepen your understanding of Stoicism and its transformative power. Subscribe now and be part of our growing community dedicated to living with purpose and intention. Thank you for your support.